Everyone at this point must have experienced at least once that situation that you try your best to kill that enemy tank, you land all your shots, the projectiles are perfectly tracked onto that sweet hitbox, but the tank is simply not dying. Heck, when you take a second to look at his HP, it appears as it's higher than before you started shooting him. Why is that happening? Who stands behind those pesky goblins who prevented their teammates from dying? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the support role. To get the whole perspective of what we are going to deal with in today's video, let's gather the whole list of support heroes in the game. As of today, we have 8 supports, which are Ana, Baptiste, Bridget, Kiriko, Lucio, Mercy, Moira and Zenyatta. All of them are characterized by their ability to heal teammates, but also some of them provide more than just that. You would think that support role is to only keep their team alive, but that could not be further from the truth. Support's fundamental goal is to not only heal, not only provide some additional utility, but also to unlock the higher potential of damage in teamfights and some out-of-place situations. What exactly do I mean by that? Some supports, unlike most other heroes in the game, have some other tools to help out their fellow allies, with one of the examples being a simple sleep dart. It does not do shockingly high damage or healing, but rather it does something way more helpful. It effectively shuts down one of the enemy players out of the game for a few seconds, which, as you can imagine, helps a lot in teamfights. There are more examples like this one, but we will touch on them later on in the video, so if you want to know who has the most annoying kit in the game, stick till the end and find out. And without any hesitation, I'll quickly remind you that I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and any kind of help really matters right now, so if you would like to join the exclusive first 1K I was here before you were famous club, go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and you can always change your mind later. Now let's all find out who is the most annoying support to play against in Overwatch 2. To give this video some kind of structure, let's go with the good old classic list format. To start off, at the 8th place, we are going to welcome in Zenyatta. Give him a big round of applause for being the least annoying support in the game. Good job, you crazy robo-monk, you did it! He himself doesn't pump out the same amount of healing as others can, excluding his ultimate of course. His gameplay is mostly similar to a DPS hero. It's like having an additional damage source in the enemy team with some small utility that are his orbs. The healing orb is nothing special to be honest, and it won't be a lifesaver if you get someone low. It's like inserting a tiny personal Lucio up someone's ass. Speed! Discard Orb, on the other hand, is mildly annoying because sometimes all it takes is him to press E on you and somehow you get burst down very quickly by all the other damage sources like hitscan DPS such as Soldier 76 or McCree. Among Overwatch 2 changes, Zen has also gained an ability to push back enemies with his kick, so he does not get dived that easily, but at the same time all it takes to counter him is to close distance on him and swiftly dive him. The ultimate gives him some additional mental challenge, as it's not going to kill you if you forget about it, but rather fail your team's efforts to make a successful push, so you must keep in mind if his ult is up or not, in order to decide who to focus in the next teamfight. On the 7th spot, we have someone who used to be annoying but now is more useless than ever, Bridget. She has been nerfed down from a menace among your frontline to an actual mini itty-titty shitty Reinhardt that doesn't protect their team with her shield because it's too small, does not grant that much healing because it's simply pathetic now, and the ult is just something going on in the background. Okay, the pushing back that is done with her shield bash or the mace shot is sometimes impactful, but it's not like it will make me mad or anything. If she uses her cooldowns, she has nothing to really win a duel in a long range. All the DPS have some kind of kit that allows to easily eliminate the Brig that either overextended or is left alone to a 1v1 situation. The healing she does is worse than Lucio's, where she has to constantly hit enemies in order to proc her healing, whereas Lucio just needs to exist. What makes her more annoying than Zenyatta is that she has more survivability options like dashing backwards or protecting herself with her little shield, which sometimes makes some plans harder or impossible to execute. Her main role, in my opinion, is to be a personal guard of the second healer or a DPS that is easily dived like Widowmaker or Ashe, which makes dealing with her even more harder than on her own. Alrighty, this one might cause some controversy, but on the 6th spot we have the good old Mercy. I was honestly thinking about putting her on the 7th spot or even at the very bottom, but that would not be right. Her main cause of annoyance comes from the resurrect ability, but when you look at it, it's very easily countered. It puts her in a very huge disadvantage, where not only is she left defenseless, but also the slow on top of that is just the cherry on top. The ultimate ability makes her become the duck hunting simulator, where your DPS desperately try to shoot her out of the sky, doing at most 10 to 50 damage to her. Sometimes you can find a somewhat aggressive Mercy in the wild, where she doesn't use her ultimate to support her teammates, but rather to become the ultimate helicopter that will gun down anything that is on its way. Dying to this kind of play is more funny than annoying, especially because you know that she left her teammates to die just to get a funny kill on someone. What actually made me put her on this spot is not the resurrect, it's not the full autismo mode, but the damage boost on its own. Just the fact that you sometimes die to some random shots thrown at you that would usually tickle your balls a little bit, but because this dispenser with wings is holding her right click, those shots actually put you instantly in respawn. Don't even get me started on how boring and overused the good old reliable Pharah Mercy is, and on top of that she has her annoying dashes. Moving on, the number 5 goes to Lucio. This will be a very quick one, so here we go. He's really annoying to kill, and his ult will sometimes screw up your entire push. And that's it. That's honestly it. Nothing more, nothing less, and it is enough to grant him the 5th spot. The wall riding plus his passive healing or speed makes him a very difficult target to hunt down. The amount of times that this wall riding looking ass DJ has escaped a teamfight with 1 HP is beyond my calculating skills. The frog might also try to be a sneaky bastard and attempt to murder people by pushing them into holes or over very dangerous edges, but if you are experienced enough, this trick won't work as often on you as it might on newer players. The previously mentioned ult also isn't that annoying if you think about it. It's not a permanent overheal, it's just a periodic health boost that will decay over a few seconds, so even if he does ult defensively, you can just wait out the duration of the beat and go in a few seconds later. And at the end, you must admit, it is pretty fun to play as him, and he also makes the matches more dynamic with his speed boosts. It doesn't matter if he's in your team or the enemies, of course it's better if he's in your team, but faster movement equals more fun overall. The 4th spot on this list will be taken by the newest addition to our support roster, which is the fox herself, Kiriko. I honestly wanted to put her higher, but seeing the poll results... Oh right, the poll! Lads, it is my pleasure to inform you that I once again did a poll to include your opinion in my videos as well. So if you want to participate and have some involvement into my videos, then go ahead and subscribe. And as I previously mentioned, I'm trying to hit 1k subs by the end of this year, so every single one of you watching right now has a chance to turn my life literally upside down. And to those who already subscribed, thank you so much, it really means a lot to me. But now where were we? Right, Kiriko. Why I wanted to put her higher on my list is because of her kit being just straight up cancer in my opinion. Having the immortality powder always at her disposal, plus an ability to literally escape by teleporting to all of her allies, that are in range of course. And let's just give her a wall climbing while we're at it. All of her tools that were given just to make her 10 times harder to kill than it actually should be. Her primary and secondary fire is just a zenyatta in a pill, where if you want to be an actual support, then good luck with this shitty healing, and being a DPS is a way more valid option, but you know what? Other DPS can't just disappear when they start to lose a 1v1, or just make themselves invulnerable to avoid a literal black hole. I think you can hear in my voice very clearly that I wanted to put her in the number 1 spot, but unfortunately we have some other pieces of hot garbage along the way, so to quickly finish things off, let me just quickly spit on her old design and let's move on to the next one. This time, I will be more gentle, but it's only because she's my personal favorite. She has single-handedly carried my stupid ass to Grandmaster, and she will always hold a special place in my memories. The number 3 goes to Ananana. To some of you out there, she might be just a normal healer with some tools to help her and the team. But also her nano boosts are very iconic, because without her the phrases such as nanoblade would never exist, and that just simply sounds badass. We also wouldn't have the idiots who scream into their mics, "Nano me!" The truth is, Ana scales with her annoyance the higher skill the player has. If you are playing against an okay Ana, she will sometimes land that sleep dart, she will always heal herself with that nade to save herself, and she will do some good healing and maybe poking. But when you take a look at an actual god Ana, that's where we go downhill. Say goodbye to your ult, Ash! Oh, Winston, you wanted to go in and destroy the entire backline? How about a nap, you crazy monkey? That Genji dashed into the air to grab that sick nano boost from their Ana, and he's ready to get the sickest play ever possible? Well, good luck. If you don't manage to deflect this itty titty little tiny sleep dart, then that will destroy everything. I might even argue that the sleep dart is more powerful than the ult itself, but that would be a topic for another video, and we don't have time for that because this video is already very long. What is scary about her the most is that I have not even started talking about the grenade that she has, or even the primary weapon. The nade is known for its unique ability to grant enemies anti-heal, and boy oh boy is the anti-heal powerful. This piece of glass and piss is one of very little things that can counter the beast himself, Roadhog. And if that doesn't sell you on why she deserves this spot, then just try to play a game where the enemy Ana is having fun cosplaying as Widowmaker, picking you off through the entire map or poking you so much to the point you must retreat. Wow, we are getting heated over here. Let's finish this quickly before I lose it. Number 2 goes to our friendly neighborhood Baptiste. His sole purpose in the game is to save his teammates, not only with the infamous disc that I will talk about in a second, but also the very powerful heal burst and his secondary fire. Nobody likes it when you work hard on peeling their team or landing those sweet dragons on the entire enemy team, for it all just to be countered by a kid's toy. What makes him be on the second spot, not somewhere lower, is because in comparison to the stupid Kiriko sack, Baptiste's lamp lasts for some more time. If placed in a room where it hides under the ceiling, it is impossible to kill him or his team. Going back to his primary weapon, you will be shocked how much damage can this guy actually output. Some players disrespect supports as they see a defenseless little chicken, but in reality, more than half of the supports can actually outperform the role that was designed to do damage. It's always funny to me when I manage to outplay someone as a support in a 1v1 situation, but boy oh boy, when I lose to a Baptiste, that's where I open match chat and tell him how I feel about his non-existing parents. So I have mentioned the disc, the primary weapon, healing burst. What else does this cretin have? Oh right, his ult! Honestly, it's not that bad. If it was something along the lines of a huge laser beam that can both heal and damage enemies and teammates, respectfully, then we would have some issues, but luckily Baptiste has his dumb window that only does some more damage. Wait, did I say laser? On the number 1 spot, we have the dumbass flat ginger woman. Holy moly, whoever came up with a hero like this should be chased by a damage orb for the rest of his life. Yes, I understand that we need a healthy diversity of heroes in the game, so we have something for the sweaty, something for the heavy, but please, I beg you, why do you create a hero that not only has the biggest aim assist in the game, but also make her able to throw balls of doom that slow down on purpose when they start hitting an enemy? On top of that, she can actually choose between 2 orbs, so depending on a situation, she can either make you wish you had a competent diva that could eat up some balls more than on some very interesting websites, or pull a magical 200 HP health pack out of her ass. The only thing that is missing to make her the ultimate piece of poo is Blizzard deciding she can now dual wield her primary and secondary fire so she can heal and damage at the same time. Oh, wait a goddamn second, she already can do that! Every goddamn minute, because how fast can she charge her Q by simply spamming the damage orbs, or sometimes being a nice teammate and loading up a tank's ass just to pocket heal them? It is very difficult to differentiate between a good and a bad Moira, because guess what, it's the same thing. But simply, it's very easy to counter her. Shut up, I'm old now and I play quick play only, so if a fat 12-year-old decides he wants to ruin my game by playing this disgusting hero, then I will do what I can do best, which is cry online about it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will conclude this video on who is the most annoying support to play against in... No, wait a second, I forgot. She has a magical dash to get away from any goddamn situation she finds herself in, and it's on a 6-second cooldown! I'm done. If you found this video entertaining, then it would mean a world to me if you actually subscribe, not because I asked, but rather because you truly enjoyed this video, as I will, pinky promise, be working on more videos like this one. If you are looking for some good content to watch right now, then I can gladly recommend you watch some of my other videos, but for now, thank you for your attention and hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.